Inside Hockey with Elliot Friedman. Brought to you by Ford. Built for life in Canada.
Morning skate on Friday. Les Jackson and Brett Hull, the co-GMs, watching their stars. A situation that's been criticized as unworkable.
Well, who are they? Have they ever done it? Do they know anything about it? It's no different than reporters trying to tell somebody that he's not a good hockey player or that he's a bad coach. They've never done it, so how do they know? I think it's going to be, this kind of trend almost. Obviously Les with his experience is going to be the integral part, talking to the other teams, and we understand that you can't have mixed signals. He is going to be delegated, obviously, the leader of us two. So I am there to help.
And for me, it's a good balance because I'm really, in a lot of ways, unless I know people, I'm introverted and I'm quiet and I go about my business. So I sense he's a real good balance for me.
You got a good sense of humor too, though, Les. So, you could probably match him word for word.
I can. I don't do it publicly, but I do pick on him, and he likes it. So,
can you give us an example of a time you did
that? Today, for example, he comes in and does the interview without a tie. So I said to him, Holly, I'm clearly in charge. I got the best looking tie.
Jackson's been close before. He lost the Atlanta job to Don Waddell and the Calgary job to good friend Craig Button. But he's quietly confident, jokingly shutting down a couple of Ken Hitchcock's post-game rants in Dallas.
We had a meeting one night and we went through, and we had gotten beaten that night, and Hitch was looking for some answers, and we all happened to be in there, and he comes to me after he spoke to everybody else, and I said, Hitch, it's pretty clear you got out-coached tonight.
One of the major reasons a change was made is that too many of these seats are empty on game nights here at American Airlines Arena. And also there's another factor. After years of it being the reverse, the NBA's Mavericks have surpassed the Stars as the #2 team in the area behind the Dallas Cowboys. That means that when the hockey team plays, too many of these luxury boxes are dark.
There's great hockey fans here in Dallas, and when they see us moving in the right direction, they'll be back.
Hull says his greatest GM influence is Ken Holland because he wasn't afraid to hire smart people in the organization to help him. And he's been given some additional advice.
I talked to Barry, and he said, when you're looking at players, he goes, when I coached, I said, I always would rather have a player I had to rein in than a player I had to whip.
If you were coaching or a general manager, could you have handled a team full of guys like yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. If I could get a whole bunch of me on my team, I'd take it.
Did Wayne Gretzky call you?
Yes, he did.
What did he say to you?
Well, he just said, it's not going to be easy. Hang in there. Just, do all the right things, and it's going to be, he said, you're going to be great, and it's going to work out just fine. But you know what? Milbury doesn't like him either, obviously. So
there have been a lot of cracks and comments made about how maybe you aren't the hardest worker. But a guy who knows you well, Craig Button, said that when you decide to do something and put your mind to it, only a fool would underestimate you.
Well, and that's a compliment from a guy I have a lot of respect for. So, it's like we said earlier, some people are going to think what they will, but that's the nature of the beast. To me, the people that go the way Milbury does, I don't know, is it jealousy? I don't know what it is, but I don't know why you wouldn't, just for the sake of the league, want to, give the guy a good luck and hope he succeeds for the NHL.